Okay, hi, hello. I just wanted to make a video, a short, not really a short video, but of some of my journal entries in my past life, and I also saw the video that Brie Estrig vlogged about of her memories in her journal or diary. But I I went in my closet and I found a couple of my journals, one from seventh grade and another one from 8th grade when I was moving. Now, as you guys have known, I have moved a lot in my life. Probably, I don't know, since I was a baby, at least 6 times. I've been to 6 different schools, and I've moved at least 7 times. But I'm going to read you a few journal entries, and they're kind of long, so just kind of bear through. Hi, my name's Henry. You can call me Hank. I don't go by Hank. But last year, when I moved to my new school, I my mom put in the form that she wanted people to know me as Hank, and they even spell my name wrong before they put it in the dictionary. But yeah, this year I'm going to make a good journal with the great ending, a great middle, and a great beginning. Anyway, define a great beginning. Yeah, I'm not a very good beginning writer. It's funny because back then well, I was still making videos for YouTube in 2000. I've been on YouTube since 2007. I started YouTube in late 2006, which was in 6th grade, but at that point I was making short films too, all as well, and I was really bad at making a beginning, middle, and end. But I'm going to continue. So I'm going to make it the best I can. This summer I showed up to David's party. Not good. He sat with Meg alone the whole time. He's in love with her for 2 years now. At his party. My own best friend. Wow. Then he calls me a big bag of jelly to impress her. Worse, I didn't even get the girl. Back then I was really chubby. Even chubbier than I am now. I was pretty. I was big. Worse, I didn't even get the girl. I just told Joel to ask this girl, Jenna, tall and pretty, out for me, but she said no and called me a coward back at school. So I cried rivers of tears on my bed. Funny thing is, I didn't cry that much, but it was pretty sad for me because it was the first time I asked out a girl, or asked out somebody through somebody else. David, look, I don't see why you think I'm a big bag of jelly. I mean, what I see is Mr. Tall and Handsome. God! Now I'm sitting here writing in my journal, debating on whether I should invite him to my house or not. Today I finished filming a movie called Murder at 119. That was my first short film. Wait, I think this was in the summer of sixth grade, as a matter of fact, and I just started making short films. It's about a little boy who hates that his neighbor, Gil, is trying to flirt with his mom, so he ends up killing him. I put so many special effects and horror music in it that it took a week to finish. I started editing with iMovie HD, very bad. Obviously, you could see that I make movies because I stay up all night watching movies to try to get the process of filming. I finished writing in my first page of the journal. Right now, I have to do bigger things like to tell Brooke Walsh, girl likes me, that I can't come to her party. I don't remember that. I don't have any recollection of remembering that. No, I almost forgot to tell you that I might move to California this summer. My mom and dad have dreams there. I did not. I moved summer of 7th grade. But anyway, Here's another journal entry. Today was better than yesterday. Well, not really better, but I did do more things. Today I went to the pool and pretty much just lingered. I learned that the club there has the worst service. My brother ordered his meal and it came in practically an hour. I read my book, but not very much of it, which is what I'm going to do after I write at least an entry of the page in this journal. It's Father's Day Sunday. I made a coffee mug for him, painted it, and put Alien Golf on the front of it. Inside I put Alien Golf for men like you. On the bottom of inside I put Happy Father's Day. I finally decided to make an alien corporation just for the fun of it. There's a theme song for it, too, so it's on the back. Alien Golf for men like you. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know. So, I had a best friend in 7th grade who was very, I don't know. I'll just read it. It's interesting. Found this in the trash can. My best friend Jeremy wrote this to my other best friend, Meg, who he loves. Check it out! This is before the February dance. I danced with Victoria. Yeah! Anyway, this is the only part of the poem I found in the trash can. And it has this thing that I found in the trash can. But, yeah, I just thought you guys wanted to... Now I'm going to read some of my journal entries from more recent... God, this is going to be interesting. Hey guys, I'm Henry, from the last 2 series of HJB Cool. I called my journal series HJB Cool for some reason. I don't know why. That's what I named a few years back, that's what I named my MySpace name too. It's been such a long time since I started another journal. This will actually be the last HJB Cool journal you will ever read. Anyway, I'm just your average filmmaking teenager. As you can tell, a lot has changed since 2007. I started making movies about a year ago. My first film that I ever made was Murder at 119. It was a horror film that was actually filmed on my street, 119. If it was reversed, it would be 911. And very interesting because I didn't intend for that to happen. Funny because my old street didn't have any crime on it. I also got a little bit interested in photography. One day I just picked up a camera and started taking pictures of interesting textures of objects. Funny thing is, I have a camera right now, and I do photography. My little brother is still annoying as usual. My family actually moved to California, and then we moved back. My mom always went by this quote, "Live the life you've always imagined," by the Legrands. It was funny because before we moved to Cali, I don't know why I called it Cali, the Legrands bought our house. Strange coincidence. The Legrands is this restaurant in Arizona. Then we moved back because the economy was low there and everywhere else in the country. The country is in this time where we're not really able to afford to buy a house. Eventually, we bought a really nice house that looks exactly like my old one. Other people can't even afford to pay the rent in their apartments. So nice. I was such a nice person. So anyway, what else has changed is that my mom had surgery for breast cancer recently. Ever since I moved to Cali, then moved back, my family and I have been having the worst luck ever. I can't tell you what it all is because I am so unbalanced this year. It is not even funny. Anyway, last year is when I gained my confidence back from 5th grade and made a lot of friends. I will mention some of them in my upcoming chapters. I also am in a play called Annie. I forget to remember that this was later on in 8th grade when I bought this house that I am living in now, which I'm sure you've heard before with my friends in it also. One last thing that has changed is my height and voice. Funny thing was, I still had a Justin Bieber voice then. Still had it. My voice is supposed to be totally different from last year, so people have said. I'm also about 5'5". Wrong. I was actually 5'2", I think. Grown a lot since then. You're probably thinking, not so tall, but last year I was like 4'10". Totally not true. Anyway, I gotta go. It's like 10:48 and a school night. Wow. One more thing. I am definitely writing in pen next time. I wrote that all in pencil. And my hand was like so sweaty from it. I hated it. P.S. The only reason my spelling is probably horrible for some words is because I'm writing in pencil, which bothers me so much. I remember this one more journal entry I want to share to you guys that I thought was really interesting. And it goes along with my 8th grade year, so I just want to share you one more. Alright, so 8th grade was, let's just say, stressful. It's a time of your life when you have a lot more responsibility than when you did when you were a little kid or when you were in elementary school. It's a time of your life when you go, what the heck happened? We used to be those little kids and now we're just like these monsters! Well, that's because you are going through puberty. Oh God. When your appearance changes from this sweet, innocent little kid to basically looking like a teenager. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah! Today at school I had a half a day, so I had like only 5 hours of school. I had really horrible handwriting. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, yesterday or the day before yesterday, my best friend Hunter and my other best friend David got into this huge fight. We usually have cleaning duty every day after lunch, so the people who clean the tables have to pick two people whom they want to clean. Anyway, Hunter just stole David's seat, in a joking matter, of course, while David was gone. David came back and saw Hunter in his seat. Wow, guess what he did? He slapped Hunter, or hit, and said, "Get out of my seat!" Now you can never tell when David's being sarcastic or not because he takes things the wrong way a lot and takes things really seriously. He never took a joke back then. My friend Hunter, if you're watching this right now, I'm sorry, but this was true. You were very weird and you howled at the moon. You thought you were a wolf and you thought you had a spirit inside you. I am sorry. I had the weirdest friends back then. I don't know why I ever became friends with them. And now my brother is trying to annoy me by calling me whatupitshenry. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Oh, sorry, I have ADD. Haha, so, where are we? Oh, yeah, and then Hunter said, no. And you know Hunter, he is not a giver-upper and he never stops fighting until he's right. Then David says yes and tries to get on a chair and skew into the spot to get Hunter out of the way. He fails, so he goes at the other end of the table and Hunter throws a curly fry at him. Then the day passes by, and before science, when David was getting out of science, all of a sudden Hunter hides behind a wall and puts a finger over his mouth at me. I was like, "What the heck, Hunter?" He said, "I'm going to jump out at David and punch him and see how he reacts." I rolled my eyes. This was such a silly fight. Then he came out and tried to punch him, but he missed. So David walked away, and then Hunter kicked him. Wow, the next day they didn't talk to each other once. In study hall, David was talking about Hunter starting the fight and not him, and that when I was gone at Cali, he didn't have anyone to hang out with except for Hunter, and said he has no life except for sitting at home on the computer all day. Not true. So I just said that Hunter was my best friend, so was he, and I didn't want them to just decide to ignore each other all year. It's so hard being the middle person. Anyway, the next day, earlier today, David said, "Oh, guess what? We're friends again. Don't have to worry about that anymore." What a relief. So Hunter comes in the Spanish room looking all mad for some reason and said, "Oh, it's nothing. I just don't want to talk about it." And I said, "All right." So he went up to Dylan and Jeremy, my other close friend, and Igor and Skip, real name Jonathan, were standing there. And Dylan told Hunter that he was a big crybaby, and so Hunter just said, "No, I'm not, Dylan. Shut up." Dylan, "You know it." And Hunter pushed Dylan. Jeremy came up to him jokingly, "Ha ha ha, crybaby." Hunter pushed him and said, "Shut up!" And Jeremy said back, "What the heck, Hunter? Calm down, jeez." So I took my math quiz. In Spanish, we do that sometimes whenever it's a half day and we have a math quiz. And Hunter kept on scowling. The next period, history. We played Cranium, and in our group, when Meg's turn was up for the copycat part, she didn't know any of the people on the cards, and she was supposed to say something big that each of them did, and the group was supposed to guess it to get it right. Meg didn't know who Richard Nixon was. The next period was break, and nothing really happened that was special. Then chorus, which we had a substitute, and watch Romeo and Juliet. Haha. We mostly just made fun of it. The next period was PE, and we had testing, one word. What? Which was mostly just running 40 dash and seeing who you could beat. I beat Jeremy by 4 seconds. I'm really fast now. Not to be cocky or anything, but I'm pretty fast since I'm like on the soccer team and everything. Well, actually, milliseconds, and came out with a 7 flat. Then we ran around the gym in 3 minutes only because Mrs. Roundtree, girls' PE coach, mine is Coach Perry, was in a good mood for some reason. The girls and guys ran with each other, which is pretty random since we never do that. The day's over, and Jeremy says I owe him $5 only because he thought I bet him for money about saying that he wears this long shirt every other day. It was red, by the way. He also just made me sign a contract by asking me for my autograph like a little kid asking a baseball player for his. I refused, which I told him. And now since I said that, he told me I have 2 weeks. Psh! Well, that pretty much ends the day in the last few days. Oh crap, I'm writing in pencil again, aren't I? Shit! So yeah, that was a little bit of what I wrote like back in the days as a little kid. And notice all of that. I am like a completely different person now. It's weird. I mean, the only thing the same was I was still on YouTube. I was that same dealing with drama kid as you. I mean, I try to be as positive as I can, but I deal with a ton of drama. Well, I'm in a ton of drama, but I don't start it. Well, I try not to start it, but people just keep on carrying it out, and I am a huge drama liver upper, if that's even a word. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys thought that was really interesting. I just kind of wanted to, yeah, I kind of wanted to make a video response to this video, and I'll see you later.